In this video, we will be discussing about one of the most frequently asked Viva questions in the MBBS, which is the Cori cycle. Let's quickly understand the Cori cycle. We will start with the muscle. During intense exercise or hypoxia, the oxygen supply is limited. So glucose undergoes glycolysis forming the pyruvate. Since oxygen is low, the pyruvate is reduced to lactate by lactate dehydrogenase. Now why is this important? Because this step allows the glycolysis to continue by regenerating the NAD+, producing ATP for muscle contraction. This lactate accumulates in the muscle and then diffuses into the bloodstream. Once it enters into the bloodstream, it reaches the liver. In the liver, lactate is converted back to pyruvate, and then through gluconeogenesis, it is converted back into glucose. This glucose is then released into the blood and returns to the muscle, completing the Cori cycle. Now, here is the exam point. This process is energy consuming in the liver. While the muscle gains 2 ATP, the liver spends approximately 6 ATP to regenerate the glucose. So overall, the body is actually losing energy. But this cycle is essential for maintaining the blood glucose during the exercise. Clinically, the Cori cycle explains the lactic acidosis in the hypoxia, the muscle fatigue and the cramps, and most importantly, the oxygen depth. The oxygen depth occurs because extra oxygen is required later to clear the lactate via the gluconeogenesis. So, for final takeaway for the exams is that from the muscles it starts, converts into lactate, enters into blood, reaches the liver, again converts back into glucose, and this glucose again reaches the muscle. So if you remember this small loop and the ATP differences, you can easily answer any Viva questions. So let me know in the comment section which is the next topic you are interested in. Thank you.